Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome back to the Unhinged BookCast, a book club style podcast hosted by two romantacy book besties. I'm LJ.
And I'm Jess.
I'm Carla. And I'm Katie, and we're so excited to have you back for another bonus episode.
Whether we're deep diving into thoughts and theories or just writing the vibes, we love discussing our current reads with each other and now with all of you.
In tonight's episode, we are discussing the Fae and Alchemy series by Callie Hart with Book 1 Quicksilver and 4 out of the 5 bonus chapters.
Katie and I are not alone in reading these for the first time this time. Please note that there will be spoilers for the entire Quicksilver book.
Haven't caught up yet? No worries. This episode and the rest of our episodes for this series can be found in our Fae and Alchemy playlist.
Have thoughts and theories we haven't discussed? Well, you can discuss with us spoiler-free chapter by chapter in our club on the Fable app. Also, please do all the things, liking, following, and subscribing on all of our platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the Fable app.
And of course, a quick content warning. We read romantic fantasy books that are intended for adults. Some of the things that we can and probably will start talking about are war, violence, and of course, no pants dances.
Though our discussions tend to skirt those topics, we frequently use adult language that is not suitable for little listening ears. And before we get started, we wanted to let you know we have changed up how we are doing our discussions. It will be similar to how we did them with our Kindred's Curse saga series,
which also has its own playlist if you want to check that out as well. But we will be discussing categories. We will also be doing this for Brimstone as well.
Okay, before we get started real quick, so we'll explain a little bit. We're going over the bonus chapters tonight, and there are 5 chapters in total, and they're all from Kingfisher's point of view.
Yep. So we have The Gate Part 1, The Gate Part 2, and The Fox, The Boots, The Dress. Those are all available on Callie Hart's website and also on Audible, narrated by Anthony Palmini and Stella Bloom. The Maze is the fourth one. It is found in the back of the deluxe limited edition of Quicksilver, as well as on the Kindle Unlimited version. If you downloaded Quicksilver on Kindle Unlimited before May of 2025, you can return it to Kindle Unlimited and then re-download it, and then you will be able to find it in the back of the book.
Which I had to do, so I can vouch it did work.
Yep,
I was nervous about undownloading the book and re-downloading it, but it did work.
Yep. So Jess and I were the only ones that were able to read The Maze.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fifth and final one, from what I understood, is the fifth and final one is only available in select copies in the UK. So obviously, we did not read those.
That stresses me out just a little bit, honestly, because I have FOMO and
yes,
I saw a thing from Callie Hart on Instagram that said she specifically said, like, before you read Brimstone, make sure you read all of Quicksilver and every bonus chapter. So now I'm wondering, do we need to go find that before we
did
read
we
Brimstone?
actually miss something?
I know.
But yes, so we didn't read that one. So we just read the 4. Katie and Carla only got through the ones that were on Callie Hart's website, which is The Gate Part 1, The Gate Part 2, and The Fox, The Boots, and The Dress. I don't know why that one was a tongue twister, but it was. So starting with our first category, we have new characters. So these are any new characters that have come into the story, and obviously this is like some past and some backup stuff going on here, but we do still have some new characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys had, but I put down all of the wolves, which are part of the just what is it? I can never say it right.
Lupoprolia or Prolia.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So we have Renfis. What? The pack. Yeah.
Part of the pack.
So we have Renfis, and then we have Morel, which is Ren's twin sister. R.I.P. And then we have Danya. We have Corix, Foley, R.I.P. And then Vashgidian.
Vashgidian.
I tried so hard every single time. This is when I actually tried to practice before this. And then we have Lorith, obviously.
Mhm.
And then I also put down the last living dragon, which is Shakrai or Shakrai, Silent Death, the Drake, Old Blood, Grandfather Ash, and that's all I put down. And
They
then
also call him Omnom because it's Omnom Shakrai. There's like a
I,
1,000 syllables in that word.
of course, that one I didn't get right either.
I refer to him as Omnom in my notes because it's like a game that my boys play on their
Nom
iPads.
nom 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 nom.
Yes, and I can't stop thinking of that.
Pac-Man,
So he's
us 90s
Pac-Man
and 80s
Dragon.
and
Yeah.
earlier babies, we call that Pac-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not so great with the names and remembering who's who. So I'm like, all these characters come up, and I'm like, I don't remember a single one of these people from the book.
Morel was the only
Oh,
one that
well.
was kind of, I mean, we didn't know the names of all of the Lupoprelia, but Morel was one that I was like, huh, grabbed onto that one because that was Ren's sister. Because
Yep.
you really don't
Right?
hear
And
anything about
twin.
that. And
Like,
twin sister,
His
yeah.
twin, yeah.
yeah.
Because you don't hear about
Yeah,
that in Quicksilver. I don't think we heard about her at all in Quicksilver.
I don't think I remember that in Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so either. Well, and then I was trying to figure out, I was like, okay, why is Morel so close to Nimmerel,
Yes,
his sword?
yes.
And then we find out in the end, but Shakrai. I'm gonna say Shakrai because that one's
Yeah.
easier for me. Shakrai. And I was like, does he breathe lava? And then like
Oh,
Carla was over at the house the other day, and then she's like, is it brimstone? I don't know. What did you get out of it,
ooh.
I don't,
Carla?
they
I don't
literally,
remember.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Katie.
I
Okay,
I
go, Katie.
kind of I don't know. I kind of like that because especially if she said that you should read all the bonus chapters
hmm
before Brimstone. I don't know. I didn't think of that. I just kind of like that.
And then
She
those,
Yeah.
actually literally says in the book, like in these chapters, he says that he doesn't just breathe fire, he breathes lava and brimstone. It's in the chapter. Yep.
okay,
Oh,
maybe we catch
I
both.
missed
Okay.
that.
Yep. That was
Yeah,
in my
as
notes.
soon
It's
as I
actually
saw
later, but
that, I was like, oh, thank goodness we're getting dinosaurs. My goodness. I was like, oh, thank goodness we are getting dragons because I
yay.
like dragons.
This
So,
is a whole debate, but me and Carla also talked the other night about how I said that dragons were probably real because if dinosaurs were real, dragons are basically dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So that's probably why she keeps calling them dinosaurs. But that is not what we are unhinged about today.
yeah, that was Tuesday's Unhinged.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so nothing else for new characters, so we'll move on to our location, or also known as Map Rants,
Map
Leslie's
rants.
Map Rants. So this is just like the setting, where we are, where we've traveled to, that kind of stuff. Kind of paints a picture of where we're at.
So for the first two, like the Ajon Gate or whatever,
Mhm.
we're in the Ajon Mountains, I guess.
Mhm.
Which are just some cold, snowy, mountainy town that's inhabited by Fae. And then Shakrai is supposed to be under like an oath to protect it, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, and the gates are what like protect this town, but during this time frame, they're open for this certain festival that's going on.
And they're magical gates.
Yeah. Um,
yeah, and Kingfisher thinks it's pretty dumb that they're open for this
Yeah.
yeah. I
cute
mean, state the
idiots.
obvious, man, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think important part of setting is time frame, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
okay. Hang on, my dryer has this thing. There's this thing. Oh, other
Time
part of
frame.
setting would also be the time frame,
Mhm.
and this is all set, or well, not all of it, but the first two chapters are all set before Quicksilver happens.
Mhm.
Like a
I don't
long
know
time,
how
right?
long. Yeah, well, I don't know. They live forever, so it's hard to say, but
Yeah, I don't know how long it is before. I mean, I guess it's before. It has to be
I thought it was before
before.
Gilthery, I thought. Or
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
think it's.
after.
It would have to be before because Gilthry is what got Kingfisher trapped. So the first two would have to be before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
but there is a quick section in the chapter that is current time with Quicksilver, the end of Quicksilver, because he sees Ceres, not knowing that it's Ceres, but you can just tell that it is Ceres. That he
Oh,
sees while
right.
he's
When
in,
he's with the gods.
right.
Right. But they say
But
about how,
yeah.
oh, the twins are like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the future. Oh, yeah. So I
That's the
guess there is a
future.
whole nother location too. Yeah,
That's
you're right.
true.
Yeah.
He goes to I keep calling it Mount Olympus, but it's not. But it's where the gods are.
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds good.
I like it. Okay, we'll call it Mount Olympus. But yeah, so the twins are talking to him while she's talking to
Zareth.
Zareth. And they're like, that's the future or whatever.
Yeah, don't look over there. They say time is weird here. There's no past, present, future. Like we don't have like tomorrows and yesterdays. It's just there's just time. So don't look over there. That's the future. This is the present. So I don't think it correlates completely with Quicksilver.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
It's not in the time frame, but it kind of is. But
right.
they're not technically there at the same time because like they said, time is weird there. It's not like
That
what
is
we know.
weird.
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think I remember them specifically saying that's the future or whatever over
They
there.
did, yeah.
I
Hmm.
think they do it like the very end.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
So
like it.
then we have the setting for the third chapter on her website, which is The Fox, the Boots, the Dress. And this one was set in Kingfisher's house in College. And we've already seen the house in Quicksilver, but we got to see a little different part of it because this is mostly in his mom's living quarters, which is not somewhere we adventured into in Quicksilver.
And we didn't get
And
to go to her library. They talk
no,
about
not the
her
library.
personal library.
Yeah, they
I want to
talk
go to her
about it.
personal
I
library.
know, I know.
I was like, I'm so
Mostly we
excited.
spend, yeah, I know. And mostly they spend time in her closet, in her dressing area. Um, but I just liked in this one how he explains his mom as someone who was like stunning, gorgeous, awesome, but she also seemed like very down to earth and practical, and I loved his memories that came from like the smell on her clothes and stuff like that. Um, and she had everything, but she didn't revel in it and she wasn't flashy, is kind of the idea that we get of her from this setting.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we go to the maze, which is the one that Carla and Katie were not able to read. But so this one is set in the maze, in the labyrinth that he
Mm-hmm.
was trapped in, and the time frame is while he's trapped. So this is his point of view
Right at the end, because this
right
is
at the end.
right
He's in the
before
center.
Ceres pulls the sword.
Yep. Yep. And so this chapter setting was obviously in the maze, and it gives us a little bit of a clearer picture, for me anyway, of the center of the maze and what he went through when he reached the center of the maze,
Yeah.
flipping coin after coin after coin after coin. And then the chapter ends with him, the Quicksilver opening and him going through it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, history. These are just history lessons we learn about what's happening before the current situation that the book is like based out of. And obviously, all of the gate part one and part two is history. It's all backstory before Ceres comes into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I did note that while they were on Mount Olympus or whatever we're gonna say, is that supposedly the gods have brought Kingfisher to Mount Olympus three separate times at this
Mm-hmm.
point. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
The other one I had was that he names the sword Morel because it's like for Morel or whatever. No, he names it Nimmerel
Mm-hmm.
and it means for Morel.
In the Old Fae.
Yeah, so that's like where his special sword got its name.
And the twins gave him the sword because they're like, well, we don't want to see you die because you're like our favorite
He's a cutie
plaything,
patootie, is
basically.
basically.
And so we can't like directly intervene, but here's this sword that you can have. And that was their way of helping him.
I just thought like, I mean, it's all history.
Right.
Just because it all happened, well, except for the boots and Fox chapter, it all happened, and so it kind of gave us a backstory. I really liked learning about Lorith because it appears to be right as soon as Lorith becomes part of the pack,
Ooh, yeah.
and
I
how
think they
hard
say
it
like
was
this is
for
his
him.
first time
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I will say it like took me a second to figure out when it took place because I think for some reason I thought it was like gonna be the same chapters in like Quicksilver, but like just random chapters like in Kingfisher's point of view. So like I started
Oh.
reading it, I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember any of this. And then
She's like, I don't think this is what happened, but
that's how I
whatever
was
you say.
too. I'm like, who are these people? Did I miss a whole section of the book? No, but I liked learning more about Rin especially, and like I don't think we ever heard about his like twin sister really much. So I just liked having like all the backstory and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
I
the
love
gang.
backstory and history and stuff.
Yeah.
So then we move to the fox, the boots, and the dress. So we learn in this chapter that Kingfisher's father, which we kind of, I think, knew a little bit, but we got a little more about it, but that Kingfisher's father was a friend to King Rorik Dianthus, which is Carrion's father. And Kingfisher's father also like served under him until Bellicon weaseled his way in under the guise of friendship. And that's all we learn about that, but that kind of gives us a picture of how things may have fallen apart the way
Yeah.
they did. And then I just put in here that apparently the boots that Kingfisher gave to Carrion were his father's boots.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Yep.
we found that out. Because that was one of our questions was where'd the boots come from? So there's where the boots came from. And then Kingfisher's magic. The shadows come from his father, and they're the stronger of his magics. But then he's got his second kind of magic, which is not as strong, and that's the illusion magic that comes from his mother.
Well, just learning that there are like different kinds of magic. I have a feeling that piece is definitely going to come in
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
at some point, whether it's Brimstone or further down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like I don't know if genetics the right word, but kind of like you can get it
Yeah.
from your
Oh,
family.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they get magic from their parents, and they also get like their certain special magic from their god sword, too.
Yeah. And then I had a little something before we move out of history that I totally forgot to put in the notes, or maybe it was just I was thinking of it now. But like in the maze, so a quick breakdown just for you guys who didn't read it is it's Kingfisher right before he gets called into the pool, right? And he's
Mm-hmm.
sitting there with Dallas and he's just flipping through the coins because he's knows he's gone through all of these, but he doesn't know what else to do. And I guess Dallas comes to meet with him like every day or something like that, and sometimes draw blood. But he does mention about how Dallas was his oldest friend
Oh, I have that in
before.
clues and foreshadowing.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I
Yeah.
do.
I wanted to bring that up in history because that's interesting too. Okay. So clues and possible shadowing are things that lead or we think will lead to things in the future or future books. Um, I had from this is like from the gate ones, is that many of the creatures like the fays, the feeders, the vamps, they can't touch iron either.
Yeah.
The vampires can't touch silver, but a lot of these creatures can't touch iron. Like this, I think they were saying like the fire sprites or something like that are the only ones that could close and
Mm-hmm.
open the gates.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
I
I thought
thought I
that was
remembered the gate was made of copper. So I took note of that too, but I did not obviously take note of what it was actually made of.
yeah. I think I could have swore it said iron.
Yeah,
No, I'm
it's
sure you're
iron.
right. I don't know where I got copper from.
Well, so maybe it was when this is like my next note is Shakrai is like talking about how gold and how he's saying something about how you guys and your precious silver or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about how gold means so much more, but then he's like listing like off all these other things
Yeah.
that are like more valuable. Um, and I know at some point, Saris brings that up in like one of the dinner parties or whatever. She's like,
Mhm.
why wouldn't you guys want gold? And then it also kind of made me think back to like very beginning of Quicksilver when Saris is saying something about how Madra is collecting all the gold
Mhm.
in Sylvarin. So I think gold is gonna be bigger than we think it is.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I wonder if they'll like be something with like all the metals,
I think
or
so
not
too.
all but like, silver, gold, copper, iron, stuff like that.
All the alchemical
And
chemicals.
all the things that are
Yeah.
on her ring fingers.
Yes.
But like I feel like I don't know, maybe they'll have like special magical stuff.
Maybe she has to collect all the Infinity Stones to make the gauntlet
To snap
to
her
destroy
fingers.
Thanos.
That's a different book.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Needs to assemble the world's mightiest.
Yeah, she has to assemble all the world's most yeah
Metallic elements.
and heroes to help her make this gauntlet. I mean,
Iron
we can't
Man.
throw it out. Exact Iron Man. Do we need Iron Man?
Oh boy.
I know we're getting wild over here.
Oh.
Um, okay, so I had also when this is the end of gate 2, I think.
Mhm.
Fisher is speaking to Morel when she's dead, basically, and she tells him that the god swords will fail soon.
Mhm.
So all the god swords in this like section have like their magic and stuff like that. But then when Saris comes to the picture in Quicksilver, they don't.
They quit working when the Quicksilver pools stopped. When Madra closed all the Quicksilver pools, that's when the God Swords quit working.
And yeah, Morel is the one to tell him that they'll fail. Um, and
But
then
she
she
tells him that his won't fail
yeah,
because she put the last little bit of her magic into his sword. And that's why his sword is the only one that continues to have a little bit of power when all the others fail.
yeah. And it's got like the shadowy, smoky.
Yeah, I think that's where he must get his smoky magic because he's got the shadows, but he's also got the smoke. So that must be his
Oh,
God
so
Sword
maybe that was
magic.
hers. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really sweet when he was like, no, stop, don't. Like
Mm-hmm.
the like he thought that if she didn't do that, that maybe she would live. But
So also right after she tells him that, she also tells him that like, hey, I've got a message from your mom, as if like she's on like two different phones. You know what I mean? It's like she's
Yep.
talking to him on one
like
phone, she's talking to mom on the other phone. You know what I mean?
like when Katie was on the podcast without me, or on the
Right
Zoom without
earlier.
me.
We can hear
Exactly.
you. But she tells him, or mom tells Morel to tell Fisher to guard his true name.
That his
Right.
life depends on it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And like I seen a couple of things, like a couple different like podcasters and just like people on Facebook and Instagram, stuff like that. They're like, will we get to find out Kingfisher's true name or whatever in Brimstone? And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Because mind you, me and Jess didn't read this far. We've been
Yep.
saving it for this. So I
Yes.
was like, oh, so it's true. His Kingfisher's not his real name.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
But so do you
yeah.
remember back in like the super sappy chapter when oh, so this is when Saris is like, why'd you call me by my government name or something like that? And
Right.
Yep.
then she's like, well, why do you call me Osha or Oshalith, whatever? And he's like, because you didn't have more than one name or whatever. Like we guard our names or whatever, our true names or whatever.
Yeah.
There's power in their names. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so that's why he calls her Osha, because that was like his, because it's the most precious to him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, see, even the sappy stuff, apparently there's something in it. I
Yep.
wasn't paying attention.
So I don't know how many books are supposed to end up in the series. I would guess if it's connected to like him dying, we will not find it out till the last book.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Hard to tell.
Yep.
But that's a good point. I think it's supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen, it's supposed to be a trilogy. So
Yeah, me too.
His name is Kevin.
His name is Kevin.
Oh,
His
please
name is
no.
Simon.
Simon.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What if? Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
I have an unhinged. Okay,
Oh.
we're going into
Here
it.
she
Okay.
goes.
And you guys already know where I'm going, and I hope you know where I'm going. What if? Okay. So if your true name gives you power, right? Okay. And Saris makes the sword for Carrion. And she's like, does it give you magical powers or whatever? Guess you'll have to find out. And that's after he says its name is Simon.
Mm-hmm.
So what if he names it Simon so that it has magical powers?
What if
I
Simon
will
is
put-
Carrion's real name? Because he knows
Exactly.
probably to
That's what
say
I was
his.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm putting $5 on it.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks. They'll all keep y'all accountable if I happen to be right. I doubt it, but otherwise I owe all of you $5, I think. I don't know. But that would be so funny.
I think there's gonna be more stuff with dragons.
That's where I was going, Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like the dragon. But like they had the dragon in the gate chapters, and then they had like I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be more important, and maybe there's more dragons that are still live that we don't know about,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know. But I feel like there's gonna be more stuff with dragons.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make you read the maze here before you start anything else, because that kind of brings me back to in the maze. So like I said, Dallas is talking with Kingfisher or whatever, and every once in a while he comes to kind of like let Kingfisher know what the king is doing, so Belicon is doing. And Dallas is also under like whatever we called it, the genie magic or whatever. And so he can't necessarily say what Belicon is doing, but he can like kind of clue Kingfisher in, and then like Kingfisher is like, oh, so he must be doing this or whatever. So basically he finds out that the king is moving to the north. And mind you, this is right before Saris comes into the picture. The king is moving his forces to the north, where the witches are, supposedly like some formidable, horrible witches, and that they are collecting gold, or that Belicon is collecting gold. So, and just kind of like with the thing that like Shakrai said about the gold and whatever, I don't know. Like I still think the witches have the dragons, and I just can't decide if they're good or bad yet.
Yeah, I am 100% on board with that.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I'm excited for witches.
Me too.
I like witches.
I love witches.
I don't, but that's okay.
Oh, see, then maybe you won't like the series that I'm currently reading.
Oh.
Has some witches in
it. So I think this is in the gate too. They think that Omnom, Shakrai, whatever, is like, he kind of like, I don't know, he goes up and he flies around, he kind of leaves him alone for just a second. And during that time, and I can't remember exactly, I should have gone back and read it, but Kingfisher mentioned something about like he can hear him in his mind, or he can sense him in some way, like some magical way. And he says like, that's weird because dragons don't have any innate magic in this series. There's no innate magic that dragons have. They're just magical creatures. And so he's like, however he felt or sensed Omnom was in a magical way, almost like he was like projecting to Kingfisher.
So you think it's mind speak?
Yeah, something like that. But I think that they think that the dragons don't actually have any innate magic, that that's what they've been taught, but I think that they do. I think they're going to. I think that was a quick little throw that in there, see if you catch it kind of thing. That I think that there are more dragons, and I think that they actually do have some of their own magic. Yep.
Ooh, I like that.
Of course they do. They're dragons. Duh.
Right.
Like
right. That's what I
like
thought too.
Wingy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got out of that. And then also in this part he goes, this is where they say that he does not just breathe fire, he breathes lava and brimstone.
Yep.
So,
And we're going into Brimstone.
yep.
So there's got to be dragons.
There has to be dragons.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, Leslie already said this a little bit, but in the maze, Kingfisher does mention that he's known Tal almost as long as he's known Ren, and even basically says that they grew up together.
Yep.
But that's all he says. So, I don't know
I don't
about
know.
that, but
And they're friendly. It's not like they're
yeah, they're friendly. Tal doesn't want to hurt him. He's, in his own, I mean, Kingfisher says how Tal is basically in his own prison, kind of like Kingfisher is in a different way.
Yep.
He doesn't have the free will that
Yep.
he should.
And he's also trapped there with Malcolm.
Yep. Yep. And then in their little conversation about Belicon moving people to the north, their Kingfisher's like, they would like the fastest way would be through the Wicker Wood, which they went Kingfisher and Sarah's go through the Wicker Wood to get to the little shack. And that's where the ghouls, they'd be ghouls are. And he says how that would be interesting or weird or dumb of Belicon to do that because a couple people, one or two people can pass through the woods without the ghouls really paying attention to them. But a whole group will catch their attention and they will climb into the bodies of the living to escape, which I think is going to come into play later.
So like, yeah, our ghost prison that we talked about that we weren't sure if it would come back or not. Yeah, definitely gonna come back.
Yeah. And then
so they'd be like possessed or something then.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a whole new set of like Belicon's armies are gonna be like we've got the feeders, and then I think we're gonna have like ghoul possessed psycho people too that they're gonna end up fighting against.
So we need to bring some holy water into Brimstone. Is what you're telling
some
me.
exorcisms.
I like it.
And then they mention how that restrictive feeling that they get when they slip up and almost say something that they're bound not to say when they're under the genie magic, that feeling is actually different for each person. And Kingfisher kind of like realizes that in this chapter because Tal almost says something that he's not supposed to, and he just acts like he's in a ton of pain for a second, and then it passes. And he's like, he's like, what does that feel like for you? And so Tal says it feels like fire coming up his throat and just like everywhere inside of him. And then Kingfisher mentions how for him it feels like there's a boot on his windpipe and he can't breathe.
Yeah. Let's do quotes and honorable mentions. These are specific quotes or things we wanted to bring up that didn't fit in another category. And then this is from The Gate. I had, come on, you lazy fuck, Lorith added. I've seen you strain harder to take a shit. Push the damn thing. And I died. This is when they're like trying to get Fisher to close the gate. Because he's decided he's
sort of encourage him.
Encourage him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but maybe this is just me outside of the bathroom when my husband's been in there for 45 minutes or something. I don't know. And then I also had in the fox, the boots, and the dress, just him and Onyx just cracks me up. And then just like the way like he keeps saying like Onyx is looking up at him and just like with his tongue out or something like that.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of like the family that gets a dog and the dad really doesn't want a dog, and then like the dog and the dad become like the BFFs.
Yep.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Is that what you were thinking too?
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be like at some point where he's like, don't touch Onyx. He's hanging out with me. Leave me alone. And then just like Archer and Onyx when he says something about will there be more will we be bringing in more forest animals or something?
Yes.
Dead. And he's like, oh no, I love this, but like I'm just wondering, should we prepare for more? And then I also have like obviously we talked about it, but the boots are what he gave to Carrion, and then it's like the dress was he hears something in his head about something like it's for her or something like that, and he was saying about how this black dress, like this special black dress, is what he laid out on the bed for her for the dinner part. I think the first one, let's pretend it's the first dinner party. And it just the way he described the dress, I was like, I would totally wear it. This is what you'd find me in, like this silky black dress. I would wear it.
Oh, I love Carrion and his smart mouth. And so him and Kingfisher kind of have a little, spat back and forth about, when he brings in the boots and, if, because those are more, uh, let's see, what does he say? He's telling Carrion, your mouth is the only smart thing about you. And then Carrion fights back with, so the boots aren't for me? I don't know. I can't remember how it's connected, but anyway, it was, yeah, yeah. It's just they cannot get along.
And this is that what you're talking about, Carla, is the part where this is we get to see where Kingfisher tells Carrion that he needs to take a bath. And we get
Okay,
to
Yep.
learn about the bath a little bit more that he was given.
It's a very
yeah.
special
Apparently,
bath.
I think it
yeah,
was a
those
bath. The
berries are.
reward for the bath was the boots. Like, if you want these, you go take a bath.
Okay, yes.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I'd take a bath for boots, man.
I mean, I don't know if I'd take that kind of bath, but
I did like him hanging out with the fox. I liked him pretending he didn't like the fox, but I'm like, you like the fox.
you just don't want to admit, but you like the fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would admit it. Um, there was something else. Oh, this is stupid, but I remember him like saying that he saw Ren's braids, and I was like, Ren has long hair. I don't know. I
He
just
has like
whenever
long blonde hair, I think.
Oh, it's blonde. I don't know why I pictured his hair is like brown. See, sometimes
See, I think
I'm a
Lorith has the long hair, the long
Lorith
brown
has the
hair.
war braids, long, dark
I
war
think they all
braids.
had war braids for it, which, ow, ow.
Mm-hmm.
see, like I'm a very visual person, so whenever like I read something that like changes how I'm picturing a character, it always
Right
like
when you
throws
get
me for a
character
loop.
descriptions later, that
Mhm.
drives me insane. I know.
Like,
And
wait,
this, my
what?
friends, this is why I look up fan art before I ever start a book.
We
So I
don't do
have a
fan art.
clear picture in my head of what I'm seeing when I read the book.
Well, I told you about like it's a totally different book, but okay, there's a book where one of the main male characters is perceived as like a white dude, okay? In my head, I see oh, I totally lost his name, but the guy that played Black Panther.
Hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
Chadwick Boseman?
Yep, Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman. Yeah, I loved him and I was like this isn't right, but in my head to this day that character that's who that is to this day.
This is why I look up fan art.
I don't care. I like my version better than anything I've seen in fan art of that
Oh,
character.
I
So
love fan art. I freaking love it.
if you need fan art, text Chesh, I'll send it to
I
you.
will send you so many things. If you're having a hard time picturing something, I have got you.
Like, hey.
For real.
All right.
The only thing I had in quotes and honorable mentions was when Ren, Lorith, and Danya slipped through the gate on the outside of the safety to because they were supposed to stay inside the gate as Kingfisher was closing it, and he was going to be stuck outside with the feeders and Om Nom all alone. And he was just like, "This is it for me. I'm done." And then right as they're like down to so many feet left for the gate to close, those three slip out through it, and it actually may have been all eight of them. I can't remember, but they specifically mentioned those guys come out, and they can't touch the gate, but they put their hands on his back and they lend him support in that
Yeah.
way, and they're all out
Yeah.
there in it together. I loved that part, and I will admit that it gave me a half cry. So I am now a half cry
Aw.
for the
Aw.
series. The tears were there, but
That's
they
why
did
we
not
always
spill.
put it in there.
Because I will at some point. I don't think we've done a series yet that I have not had
Yep.
some tears.
That's
So,
yeah.
yep.
All right. So this is a new one we are throwing in for this series. I thought it should be a good time. So we have Love Island and who we're shipping it to on the love boat. So these are love interests other than the main female character and the main male character that we are wanting to put on a love boat and ship them to Love Island. Um, so I just wanted to mention that obviously we've already shipped Kingfisher and Ceres, but it's interesting that
But
in the conversation when like Morale's dying or whatever about how they
Yeah.
were kind of like they had like a childhood crush or something like that
Yeah.
at some point. So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I know that's who I was going to ship off. But I'm not a big Kingfisher Sarah's
You're
fan,
not a
so
big Kingfisher fan. Yeah.
I was
But
like, oh, that seems like such a better fit. So,
I like,
but
so going into Brimstone, who do we have on ships right now?
I don't really, I mean, obviously I can see Carrion with somebody and Danya. I'd like to see Laura with somebody, but I don't have there's no pairings that I'm
I feel
seeing.
like Carrion and Danya could be interesting. I know
Oh yeah,
he
I
Carrion
think
is
they
way
would
too good for
be.
Danya.
I think they'd be a
She's a
great match. They'd be
bitch, but I think they
hilarious.
will be the best match.
I
Yeah.
know. I think he likes women that are mean to him.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
some of them
And good for
do.
him.
Good for him.
Lorith and Everlane, Carrion and Danya, and I don't know. I think that's it for me right now.
Lorith and Everlane.
Yeah,
I thought
because
Remfist was the one that, no,
I
Remfist
swear
was
it
the
was
one that had the
Lorith.
hots for him from the beginning.
You
No,
think? I thought it was Lorith on the side of the Darn that was like freaking out. I thought Ren was too because like they've kind of like grown up together and stuff, but I think
Ren's
that
like the first
Lorith,
dude after Everlyn that she meets.
yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm gonna say Lorith. I say Lorith and Everlane.
I
Mm.
say the little librarian and Emily.
Oh,
I think
you're serious?
I'm shipping Lorith and the witch Ishabel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he's the one that's saying like the witches are horrible and stuff like that. It's either gonna work or those two are gonna be a problem.
Okay.
just
I can see that.
Ishabel. All right. Thoughts and theories. Thoughts about what happened in the reading section and theories of what we think will happen next. So this would just kind of be, I guess, going into Brimstone too. And I definitely think with some of what we've read in these chapter chunks, definitely dragons in Brimstone. And
yeah.
I just can't decide if they're gonna be good or bad. But I almost kind of wondered because we kind of talked about this last time, like if the dragons could be the big bads.
Hmm.
Maybe not necessarily the gods, but the dragons. But I'm also wondering if like the dragons are the gods. I don't know. I'm in a weird spiral that I can't figure out exactly where I want to put these. But
Mm-hmm.
um, and like I said, I want to see Saris wear the black dress because it sounds amazing and something I would pick for myself. I think the gold is gonna be insanely important.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I want to know why Belicon is getting all the gold and moving his forces towards where these witches are in the
Mm-hmm.
north. And I do think that the witches have more dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those are my thoughts and theories. What do you guys have?
I like dragons, so I'm gonna say they're not the big bad and that they will end up working with our people. But we also have to remember now that Ceres is like half vampire, and the heck is
She's
gonna
like thirds, remember? She's like Fae vampire. Oh wait, no, she's not mortal anymore,
Nope,
right?
not
Okay.
mortal
no.
Never
anymore.
mind. Okay.
Half vamp, half fae.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and she's like a queen. So that's gonna change a whole mess of dynamics. And they're on the other side of the Darn. And so they're separated from all their friends. And, which side of the Darn are these dragons gonna show up from? I think we're all like 99.9% sure we are getting dragons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are they going to show up on her side or on
Well,
the other side?
I don't mean to cut you off, but I keep remembering that,
No, go
like,
for
okay,
it.
so remember how Kingfisher is saying, I think it's Kingfisher says, like, our magic doesn't work on that side of the Darn
yep.
because it's
Oh, yeah,
light and life. But if she's
right.
over there and if she's half and half, can she use all sorts of magic?
Mm-hmm.
Has a magic.
Um, so I feel like she might be that connecting piece too.
Mm,
And it wouldn't be, you know what I mean, like her side and his side or whatever, but
right.
I don't know. I feel like it's too big of a small detail to like mean nothing at the same
Yeah,
time.
Right.
agreed.
So
Yeah, my thoughts and theories are I kind of think that there could be both good and bad dragons
Hmm.
if there's gonna be not just stay on the dragon thing.
we're all gonna
But
be on the dragon thing until we find them.
I think the dragons are cool. I think that there could be like both. I don't know.
That's a good thought
Mm-hmm.
too.
Maybe that's the cop-out answer, is that like I think they'll be both, but I feel like there could be both good and
That's
bad dragons.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
And then I feel like maybe I'd like to see them travel through the Quicksilver more.
Mm.
I don't know if that's less of a theory and more just something I kind of interested in, like see if they like go to different realms and
Do you
stuff.
think they will? Like, I guess you don't have to be set on it, but do you think they would like go to different realms using the Quicksilver in the next book?
I feel like if not in the next book, like in the trilogy, at least like by the
At some
end,
point. Yeah.
at
Mm-hmm.
some point.
I
Um,
think I'm there too.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if I have any other big ones. I think Carrion's gonna become like a much well, he was a big part in the last in this, but I think he's gonna get like an even bigger role.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
he's not
Well,
that
he's
he
like the
didn't
heir
have.
to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we
And we
know who
want
he really is
douchebag,
now.
yeah, we want douchebag Bellicon out of the way, so he would have to take up the throne.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts and theories.
I like him.
Uh, I'm on the dragon train, like everybody
We
else,
gotta
for
stay on the
sure. We
dragon
are
train.
on the dragon train. I wonder though, because obviously we know that gold is very important to the dragons. They also breathe brimstone, lava and brimstone. And I wonder if, in addition to Ceres's alchemical, well, not alchemical, her normal powers that she's probably going to end up having, being a half vamp, half fae, um, I wonder if somehow she's going to be able to control the dragons using her alchemy. Because if she's able to control the quicksilver, I wonder if she's going to be able to control the brimstone, control the gold,
Oh,
and somehow
Oh,
control the
agreed.
dragons as well with that power that she has. Um,
Girlfriend,
all right.
you
No
have
more
locked
reading.
us.
We just
I
figured
about
out
to
the end
say,
of the book.
all right, let's. I think we got this figured out now. Jess has apparently been
Oh,
talking to Callie Hart, and if she
I
hasn't been,
actually had a
we're
good theory. I don't usually do that.
I
Um,
sometimes you do, and that was a good
sometimes,
one.
sometimes I'm learning. Leslie has been teaching me.
It's all the
Oh,
little things, and you got to add up. You got to
Yep.
figure out where they add up to.
Yes. So, and then I think, okay, bear with me on this. You guys are all loving the fox. I love the fox too. Onyx is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in The Fox That Boots the Dress, when he was in the. Also,
mm.
do we even know if Onyx is a girl or a boy? Because that goes with
Does it
my
matter?
theory. It
Okay,
kind of
I don't
does.
think we know.
Okay, okay, good, cool. So when they're in the closet together, him and the fox and Kingfisher, um, he Kingfisher mentions how it's almost like the fox can understand him. I think that
I see
Onyx
where you're
is
going with this.
sentient.
Okay,
I
go.
think Onyx is sentient. And
Um,
I almost the way that Onyx was with the closet and he got stuck in the or it got stuck in the closet. What if Onyx is his mom, but like guarding over them as a
oh,
fox? And Callie
oh,
Hart said, pay attention to Onyx. She said, read the bonus chapters and pay attention to Onyx when you're moving into Brimstone. So that's my theory about Onyx.
there's also a point like after that where Onyx takes off after something
Yeah.
and he goes something about oh he went to go catch a meal or I don't know something like that but he definitely something caught his eye her eye whatever and he takes off.
Yeah.
And I have more to add to that. We are
Go for
sitting
it.
in front of the dresses, right? And he's looking at the
Uh-huh.
dresses and he's like,
Uh-huh.
there's no way these were my mother's. Like, my father wouldn't have bought these for my mom,
Even
whatever.
if he did, she wouldn't wear them because they're
And he
flashy.
hears the voice in his head
Yes.
that
Yes.
said, these are for her or whatever. And
Yes.
Onyx is in the closet with him.
Yep. That's everything
oh.
that brought me to this thought. I think Onyx is Kingfisher's mom watching over them.
Are we way out in left? Are we not even on the right field? I don't
Who
know.
knows?
But
I like it
we
though.
could be playing hockey and it's a baseball game. I don't know, but I like
Possibly.
this.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Genius, Jess. Genius. If not, we'll rewrite it. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll re-record. It'll be fine.
No, I meant we'll go tell Callie Hart, be like, we have some suggestions for a rewrite.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That is genius.
Thank you.
Okay. And like now I'm kind of like after you said that. So
Mhm.
and Katie said Carrion.
Mhm.
So okay, I have the deluxe copy, right? So
Mhm.
that's the video you guys all seen was my deluxe copy. But Carrion Swift is on the cover, on the inside cover, and
Mhm.
Onyx is on the back with a butterfly.
Mhm.
Oh.
So obviously
Oh
they
yeah,
are
Katie
very
hasn't
important.
gotten it yet.
I like
Okay.
these. I like where we're going. Do you
I
have
have
anything else, Jess?
one more possibly out there theory, but I'm gonna throw it out there and we'll see if it sticks.
We're ready.
Tal. I think Tal's gonna be a huge player in the next book, and I'm not exactly sure how yet, but okay, so Kingfisher saying that he's known Tal forever. Kingfisher's father helped and served and was friends with Carrion's father. I think Tal is potentially Carrion's brother.
Oh, Carrion gets to be a brother.
I don't know.
Carrion is the brother, just the
Yep.
wrong sibling.
Yep.
He's the
I'm-
Schwanzman's kid.
Well, no, that's you.
I know.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if Tal was
That is-
actually his, yeah, if he's his brother, if he is King Dianthus's maybe another son. We don't know how many kids he had, but how else would, I mean, there's lots of other ways Kingfisher could have known him forever, but in my mind, it makes a little bit of sense. So I guess we'll see.
That's genius. Because he was bitten by Malcolm and enthralled, and that's what
Yes.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so his genie magic is from King Bellicon, not from Malcolm. So in the maze, like we were
Is
talking about
it?
how, yes, that's why he couldn't tell him what Bellicon was doing. And that's why he had to go the roundabout way
Mm-hmm.
to kind of update Fisher on what the king is doing, what King Bellicon is doing.
Yeah, I'll go with that because
And
it
if
supports my theory.
Bellicon has
So.
basically stolen this throne,
Mm-hmm.
he knows that the true heir Carrion is no longer in Zavarin. Well, okay, now he does, but
Right.
or is no longer in Evelia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he knows that the other heir, Dallas, is under enthrallment and can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense, Jess.
Oh, look at me go tonight. 3 for 3.
Love these. Love all of this. I love it.
Cool. Well, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got.
She's like, I'm gonna step off my soapbox while I'm
Okay.
at
Leave it
Okay.
there.
Do we know how Kingfisher's mom died?
I think we gather that Bellicon murdered her.
we yes.
But do
'Cause,
we know for sure?
we don't know for sure. We know she was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Because he says that Everlane thinks that she died in childbirth. But I think Bellicon, I feel like he admitted to it during his little
He did during their
rampage
little...
with the fearsome threesome.
Yeah.
His evil monologue.
Yeah, I think he did. Mm-hmm.
So normally we would do book ratings since we finished something. But these were just chapters. So we'll just say chapter ratings for just the chapters that we read. Jess, what did you rate the chapters out of 5 stars?
Oh, these 4 chapters were 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carlo, what about you?
Yeah, these were some of the best parts of Quicksilver. So yeah, I would say as far as Quicksilver is concerned, I would give them 5 stars.
Yeah. Katie, what about you?
I'm not sure follow the trend, but I'd say 5 stars. I like them. Ooh, I like background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I went 5 stars too, which is hard to get 5 stars out of me. But I mean, when we're talking about, I mean, you guys did the 3, which I'm pretty sure you guys are both going to go end up reading the maze here after
Yeah.
this. But and I suggest you do because it was pretty pretty good information, I think. But yeah, 5 stars for sure. I loved it. So, and we have to mention it only because Jess has an edition. So Cry Counter Editions.
Cry Counter. Jess is at a half now. I'm at a 0.5.
It happens.
It does. It always
Carla,
happens for me.
Katie, anything?
I mean, I might
No.
have like a 10th of a percentage because that whole when they were like all fighting together, it was kind of sweet, I
Got you in the
guess.
feelers.
It hit you
Yeah,
in the
maybe.
feelers. Oh my God. Can
Yeah.
you give you like 1/10? Can we give you like
That's what I just said, 1/10.
okay, I'm gonna give you
0.1.
1/10. We're gonna keep
Yeah,
counting it.
there was no actual liquid or anything like that, but you know, I'll give you something. Something cheap.
It would be
feelers.
0.
It did definitely hit the feelers.
0.
sure.
0.01.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Right?
Makes you feel better. Yeah. You can't leave Jess out there on her own.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. Well, then that I think wraps it up for tonight's episode.
Yeah. We hope you have all loved discussing Quicksilver with us and our new BookCast members.
Want to be a BookCast member? Then do all the social media things.
Like, follow, and comment and subscribe on all platforms for the Unhinged BookCast.
Next week, we will be starting discussions for Brimstone by Callie Hart.
This is book 2 in the Fae and Alchemy series.
We will be reading in 4 chapter sections, so you do not have to read the entire book to listen, as there will be no spoilers from us for future sessions.
So please make sure not to leave any spoilers in the comments.
This will be our last podcast read for 2025, but we will have a few bonus episodes to finish out the year. So make sure you're following us to check back for those.
We are so happy that you have all joined us on this journey, and we can't wait for you all to see which series we have planned for next year. We will have both complete and incomplete series too.
And as always, buddy reading any book with Book Besties is so much fun.
So make sure to share our podcast with your book besties. And if you don't have any book besties,
then become one of ours. And until next week, fill those drinks with ice.
and your books with spice. Bye.
Bye.